10 a.m. local time. It is now almost 7, and we are still on time. And those of us who have been to a track meet before know that's pretty hard to do.
Totally. And just to see that the crowd is still in it and loud and having fun, taking selfies, getting autographs. I mean, they've really done a great job today building the hype. We know what's coming. We've got some really good races here in this 3,000 and then 2 more miles.
Getting a lot of winks here at the start line, Carrie. Just not gonna lie.
It's Valentine's Day.
Oh, there you go.
So people back
quiet
home.
shout-outs. Little quiet shout-outs.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. Not a lot of blowing of kisses, though, but just a wink. So maybe flirting.
There was a wink?
I don't know. There's a wink.
Not a wink. I don't know. Does it base it on your relationship status of whether you wink or not?
Maybe. Maybe a wink is like, it's my girlfriend. I don't know. Drew Hunter, though, he's in this race, and he gave a little wink maybe to all 3 of his family back home. He's got 2 little ones now and his wife. He's running really well, though.
All right, looking for a fast 5K from the men as well, as they're going to clock it down to 13 minutes. At least that's the plan. We'll see how that plan unfolds as the racing begins here at JDL Fast Track. 13:05 is the fastest time in the world at this distance this year. Captain Samuel running that race, and saw one of the oldest collegiate records on the books go down in New York at the Millrose Games, with Samuel breaking Henry Rono's 48-year-old 2-mile record. You know they're old when they're hand timed still.
Well, he looked so good yesterday as well. He's just a phenomenal runner and really kind of figuring out all of the distances, not just running one. We saw him on the roads at Houston, so just great running by everybody right now. It feels like the sport has changed enough where you don't see athletes really specialize anymore. They're constantly moving around and working their race tactics and getting their speed from different races and strength from others. It's fun.
Caleb Easton doing his job in the early going as he has the runners all on the rail through 400 meters in 62.83, laps of 31.05, 31.78, and now to 600 meters they go, 31.40 on that last lap. Dahlquist behind him with Malarkey, Gulver Singh, Scott Beatty, Casey Knevelbard, and Drew Hunter. Abdi Hamid Nur is also in this race. Glad to see him back and running in good shape as he is back in 8th position.
Yeah, it was so unfortunate what happened to him at the Olympics. In his first race there, he fell and then ended up having surgery last year. He came around last outdoor season running pretty fast, 13.0, and then, just kind of petered out a little bit, which happens sometimes when you come back from big injuries. But he's back at it. His coach said he's in very good shape and just needs maybe some more racing to get used to all of that. But the man in 3rd, David Malarkey, I really like his story right now. We know him from being at NAU, but he's still unattached. He's not sponsored. He did run World Cross and ran very well, 26th there, but he's figuring it out on his own. He's coaching himself. He's run a little bit on the roads this year. And he said he's been having fun coaching himself, but he doesn't know what he's going to do. He'd like to stay in Flagstaff, but might have to go back home. Just kind of feeling out what's happening in his early professional career.
Saw the 1 kilometer split pop up, 2:37.19, as consistent laps of 31 mid for Caleb Easton, keeping these guys on that 13-minute pace. As Dahlquist, Malarkey, Singh, Beatty, Knevelbard, and Drew Hunter. And we also see Bernard Kidder showing himself for the first time as they're Moving through this second kilometer of the men's 5,000, setting the stage for our final two races of the night, coming fast and furiously. We'll have the women's and men's elite miles. Shame on you if you've only tuned into those, because that has been just an absolutely great day of competition. And, of course, all the races available for you on demand immediately at the conclusion of this race. Have many of you who are also watching the early action from the circuit in New York City, popping over to watch these races as well, as it's a very busy day of content on Runner Space Plus. But Caleb Easton taking us through 1,600 meters in 4:11.76, matching 31:52s on the last two laps, and he's now turning off the metronome and will relinquish the lead to Austin Dahlquist. Malarkey now second. Singh and Beatty.
Yeah, and Singh on paper is a sub 13-minute guy. He's 12:59. He's the only one who's gone under 13 minutes, and he too is coming off of running World Cross, where he was 40th there in the 12K. So coming down in distance, definitely, but he has that speed. He's won at the Asian Games in both the 5,000 and the 10,000. So maybe more of a distance type athlete, but sitting right there in third is Singh.
Hear the rhythm of the music as well, helping these guys stay in rhythm as they come through the second kilometer of 5 in this men's 5,000. 5:15.83 for 2 kilometers, 31:86. So they're still staying on those lights, though they've gotten a little bit ahead of them, maybe like a quarter second off of the pace that had been established by Easton.
You can see a little bit of bunching up here now, Paul, and getting ready maybe to make some moves as these pacers decide when they're going to take off. They wanted to go through at 7:52 for 3K and then cut down. And that is a hard way to run a 5,000 meters.
Abdi Noor now at the back of that 6-person lead group.
Nevilleberg, they're falling off that pack just a little bit. He had a nice mile, though, running 3:53 at BU. He's got to reattach if he wants to hang on to this pace.
Six and a half minutes elapsed on the clock. Coming to 2,600 meters at the line. We'll have 12 to go. And Dahlquist's day is done. Malarkey now takes control. Singh, Beatty, Hunter, and Noor.
Watching Hunter a little bit right now. Hunter is one of those guys where he really shows his emotion when he races. You can see he's still pretty calm, but it doesn't matter. He could be flailing around and still feeling really good. He gets all into it, but he looks really good right now. This is a guy that ran so very well as a high schooler, went pro outside after high school, and is still coached by his parents. He's just a phenomenal runner, and we saw him now run the 10,000 last year, 5,000. He still will drop down and run 3Ks. But Abdi Noor off the back there looks kind of like the old Abdi Noor. That's what he used to do. He was let the pace come to him and then work his way up. And right now he looks pretty good, and I'm sure he's pumped with how his teammates have been running already today.
Well, speaking of 3K, this is where they will get to 3K. Malarkey looks like he was also serving as the pace setter, so Singh will lead this group of now 4 to the backstretch, 7:55.14 through 3,000 meters, 32:03 on that last lap. Malarkey's still there. Maybe you're asking for someone to take the lead for a second.
It looked like it, and I think that Beatty was like, you got to keep going. Nobody's going to take it. Go for it. Just a little bit of a push, because things do happen when you have somebody try to move out. But you know what? This is a long race. Maybe somebody else needs to get up there and help him out.
Well, Singh has not taken that bait, as a couple of times Malarkey has moved to the outside, and he has shown no interest in moving into that slipstream and taking the lead. Noor, I think he loves his spot right behind Drew Hunter in 5th position.
Well, Beatty's coming off of running 13:13 at BU. So he is sharp as well. He's got a 5,000 meters already in his legs. He ran the Valencia 10K on the road, so very strong as well. But a little bit of rigmarole going on. Wondering what is being said maybe out there.
Can we all have an honest kind of conversation here?
Yeah.
As we get to the closing stages of this race? It's 8 to go. I don't want to lead the whole way. Singh,
Yeah.
I think, reluctantly leading because he's got nowhere to go. He can't slow down. They're bunching together here. Let's watch for this lap split carry as they went 32.70 on the last lap to 3,400 meters. And now at 3,600 meters, they go 33.91, so more than a second slower as they try to wind this up and wait for someone to make the move. And you just feel like Noor is waiting to time his attack as he's now on the outside shoulder of Drew Hunter. And Singh,
Well,
Malarkey,
I kinda
and
like-
Beatty now is going to be the first to go.
Yep, and I do like that Beatty has been running his own race, making sure that he leads when he wants to lead. But I was liking where Nur was. Nur is coming back from those big injuries, and he is trying to figure out how to race again, and that's maybe what he's doing. But Beatty is all about the win. He has one win under his belt already. He wants another one, and now he's running that way.
Well, he's got to push this one for a long ways. He's got 5 laps to run. This is 4,000 meters, and he is in full flight as he covers the last 200 meters in 30 seconds, almost on the nose. Drew Hunter now in second, but the ground has got to be made up here as it's more than a second lead for Beatty. Can he hold and sustain this speed as he enters into the traffic in front of him?
Well, Beatty was actually second in that race that I said he ran at 13:13 at BU. So this may be just what he wants, is to crack the tape and to get a good time. We're going to have to watch the clock a little bit. Can these guys get close to that 13-minute mark? I don't think they're going to be there today.
29.9 on that last lap for Beatty.
And here
Hunter
comes Drew
still
Hunter
in
moving into
second. Beatty looks behind him, but that lead is still going. Some help on the infield for this group as well. As Hunter going to try to get around this next trailing athlete. As 31.31 on the last lap, Hunter in 31.38, so he's holding his ground, but he's got to find another gear with just 3 laps to go.
Well, Beatty took that lead, and he hasn't looked back yet. He really looks strong right now, but look who is coming. Abdi Nur has found another gear.
31.02 on that last lap. Noor almost a second faster, 30.15 with 2 laps to go. As Beatty heads down the backstretch, Noor gets around Smith. Hunter still in tow in third, and a lap and a half to go for Beatty. He's paying a lot of attention on what's going on behind him. Let's see what Noor has in the tank as they come to the bell.
Well,
And how
it is
about
definitely
Drew
a
Hunter
race
getting
for
past
second.
Noor? On to the backstretch for the final time. Hunter and Noor chasing down Beatty and passing him on the last lap. Drew Hunter off the final turn, looks around. He's going to celebrate a victory and shatter another facility record in 13:10.87, and that'll be the 4th fastest time in the world this year.
Are you kidding me? These guys, they just waited. And Drew Hunter, and Abdi Nur, they go 30 at 4,600, 30 at 4,800, and 27 to get to that 5,000 meters, running 13:10 and 13:11. They've got to be pleased with how they closed that race.
Hunter leads 7 men under the previous facility record, and Jenny Simpson, who herself saw a facility record of hers go down earlier in the night. And Beatty, a gutsy effort, Carrie, but he turned on the jets 1 lap too long from the finish.
Well, yeah, and he knows that those guys behind him, they have such speed over the mile. Both of them, they're very good over the middle distances, but also so good over 10,000 meters. But Drew Hunter, I mean, he's been around for a long time. He still has many more years if he wants them, but he just never gives up. He is such a great athlete, such a gutsy competitor, and nice to see Abdi Nur back.
Well, 2 more interviews from 2 more fabulous races here at the 5,000 meter distance. Let's check back in with Will Lear.
I'm here with the ASICS 5,000 meter champions, Drew Hunter, Annie Rodenfels. Annie, you're the 2023, 2024, 2025 U.S. 5K champion. You're about to go run the U.S. Half Marathon Championships. What brought you to the track today?
I just couldn't help myself. I love indoor track. I felt strong, and I had been going to a few indoor tracks and was just like, I gotta go to one. Like, I love the indoor track so much. I love running 5Ks indoors, so, you know, this worked out with my schedule, so I was like, perfect, I'll be there.
You just moved to Longmont, Colorado. You're neighbors with Drew Hunter. Did he inspire you to move to Longmont?
That's right, yep. I saw Drew Hunter live there, and I was like, that's where I'm going.
Drew, you're everyone's favorite dad. You're everyone's favorite runner. The ASICS 5K. Were you going to let anybody else take the W in this race?
That was my only goal coming in, was to win. I didn't care if it was 15 minutes or 12 minutes. So, yeah, it was somewhere in the middle. But, yeah, it was tough. Didn't feel my best, but, yeah, love running at JDL, love running at Sound Running. And, yeah, my sponsors, helping with the meet. So, yeah, really happy I performed well.
You said you weren't feeling so great, but when you hit the front, there was no looking back. What was going on early in the week that made you had some heavy legs?
2 kids, one of them sick, and some not so great nights of sleep. But yeah, we're feeling good. Whenever you win, it doesn't matter how bad you feel afterwards. So yeah, I'm sure I'll go puke and rally and go out for a short jog or something.
And I know your mom's waiting for that lactate reading. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Annie and Drew.